Yo, yo, yo. It's raining and it's pouring and it looks like it's 8 o'clock at night. It's completely dark, thundering, lightning, pouring, and it's like a trough, like going right through the middle of Bermuda where I am. It's crazy. Thunder was pretty loud. I know it woke up my nephews because they're up. I can hear them next door. So thundered pretty bad just about ago. Pretty loud. So yeah, rainy day here in Bermuda. The sun was out like about maybe what 9 o'clock. I went outside 8:39, and it was pretty sunny. And then all of a sudden, boom, it just started getting cloudier and cloudier. Crazy. Now it looks dark as shit. Oh, hey, Tanya. How long do I bake chicken legs in the oven at what temperature? Uh, I would say at 400 degrees for like 45 minutes to an hour, depending on how big they are. But if they're regular chicken legs, like, 6 inches or something like that, then I would say, like, depending on the size. If they're big, I would say a 400 degrees at an hour and flip them at half an hour. Thick like us? Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, I would say an hour. Yeah, and flip them at 400 degrees. Let the oven reach 400 first. Then put them in. Then for half an hour, then flip them and then leave them there for another half an hour. And put them in the middle of the oven rack. Try not to put it at the bottom or the top. And it should cook thorough and good. And then just check it. And then if you feel like it needs to be in there a little longer, then I would say probably another 10 minutes. Yeah, that's what I would do. Actually, I feel like making that tonight. That sounds good. I feel like eating some chicken in the oven with some potatoes. That sounds good. Actually, let me write that down. Hey, Sophie, I'm doing good. How are you? Actually, that sounds good. Let me write down here chicken. I got potatoes. In the oven. Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds like a dinner plan. Steak with mashed potatoes sounds good too. My nephew wants me to make steak, but I told him it has to be when he's not with his girlfriend and come over because she doesn't like steak. So I told him he has to do it when she's not around or he's not going to her house and he's home. And he's like, yeah, yeah. I'm like, well, I told you already, you know, steak ain't cheap. Steak's fucking expensive as fuck. You said it's not hot today. Yeah, it's not hot here either. It's been pouring rain. It's so dark outside that it looks like it's nightfall. Like it's 11:15 here, and for the past 2 hours, it's been super dark and raining like crazy. Thunder, lightning. It's crazy. On on Wednesday, it was hot as hell here. It was like 90 degrees and 80% humidity. And I was like, what the hell? What the hell? Yeah, 103. Oh hell no. That's even hotter than here. No, thank you. See, look, right now it's 82 degrees and 85 humidity. Showers. See what it says? Oh, you're in Texas too? Shit, I got like a million people in here from Texas. Not a million, obviously, I'm exaggerating. But there's a high percentage of people from Texas in here. There's a few people in here from Texas. Shit, if I ever go visit Texas, I might not leave. See the trough that's right between on top of us? There's another one coming right behind it. See all that red and yellow shit? That's coming right towards us right now. So that's why it's so dark here. Yeah, it's like a trough of a storm coming this way. And the tropics are brewing, you know. Elon Musk. Elon went Elon went from hero to zero and then back to hero and then back to zero. He doesn't know what the hell he wants to do. I like Elon, he's cool. I think that he's helped a lot of people, but he's also fucked up a lot of things too. Like he's done both. He's helped and fucked up shit. I think he's like I think he's a weird person, but he did some good, but he's doing just as bad as good. So I don't know. That's my opinion on him. Yeah, I heard about the rocket thing. You was telling me last time, yeah. The thing I give him the most credit for is the Starlinks, internet he gave to those people when I think it was North Carolina or South Carolina had that big ass hurricane last year, and then nobody had internet or anything, and he put the Starlinks down there and helped everybody. I think that was pretty cool of him to do that. He didn't have to, but he did. So he helps, but he also is a dickhead at the same time. You know. Hey, Destiny, you're up early. Slay. Destiny comes in. Hi, everyone. LOL. Yeah, he bought our beach and made it to his city. Yeah. Well, that's the thing. He's done. My sister went to Vegas for her job trip for the last 5 days, and she said she found it crazy that the Tesla cars were transporting her all over the place. She says everything was Tesla this, Tesla that. And I said those cars are apparently, the worst things in the world, but everybody's using them. And she said that at the airport, a Tesla car picked her up and underneath a tunnel and took her to her hotel. And on the way back to the airport, the Tesla car took her there, took her all over the place. And the wings went up like this, like in the middle. She showed me the picture. She goes, that thing was crazy. So it's like it drives itself or some crap. And then she said, some of them have like a driver in there. She said it's crazy how how it is. And I was like, well, everybody talks shit about it, and then people are like happy with it. You can't be happy, and you can't be happy with every single thing in the world. Hey, Rudy, how you doing, sweetheart? You feeling better? Destiny, you said you woke up at 6 a.m. without an alarm so my body can get used to working up early for work. Yeah, I get up around that time naturally every day. Whereas today, I slept right up until like 7. And then I wanted to fall back asleep, but I didn't. Then I got up and I took Diamond outside so she can go pee. And then she came back inside. Then I went for a drive to go see if the guy was selling fish, but it was pouring. And then I was like, oh, well, fuck it. I'm just gonna go back home. I don't give a shit. Now, as soon as I got home, bang, it started pouring, thundering, lightning. Yeah, I'm 4 hours ahead. It's 11:20 here. Yeah, it's 11:20 my time. Yeah, Tanya, it is. It's great for disabled people. Yeah, Sophie, I don't like to be in a car if nobody driving. That's for sure. Rudy said, I'm so tired. I've been in class for cybersecurity. I'm passing my test in my coach. Yay. Well, at least you're doing something, you know? You could be sitting there sulking and bitching and moaning and not getting done, nothing done. So I'm happy that you're doing something. As long as you're passing your test, that's good. Motivation, motivation. Yep. Yeah, it was thundering, lightning, raining. Now it's kind of calmed down a bit, but I see another piece coming this way. So it's still, I can still see the rain coming down. It's not raining hard right now, but it was. It's like sprinkling now, but it's so dark outside. It's like completely covered. It's pretty nasty. They said it was going to rain today all day, so they were right. Like as you can see above my head, there's like showing all that. See that blue dot? That's like see the thunderstorm advisory this morning. It's already thundered, so they've been right. The weather service is right so far. But it's like a streak. It's like a line that's going right between Bermuda and it's giving us all this rain and thunder. But as you can see, it says Saturday, Sunday, Monday. It's pretty good. 86, 87, 87. So we're still in the 80s and it doesn't drop much. And then the wind right there, it's variable, just 4 to 5 knots, 5 to 10. So it's not going to be windy. It's going to be that dry heat all damn weekend. But I know people are happy the weekend's good because they get to go out in their boats and go to the beach. So yeah. Yeah, I live next to the ocean too. I can see the water right now, right outside my window. It's obviously, like it's about a 10 minute. It's at about a 5 minute drive and a 10 minute walk from here to the beach. All depends on how fast you walk. But if I were to leave my home right now and walk, I can make it to the beach in probably like maybe 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes. I'll be there, depending on like you know how fast you walk. But 10 to 15 minutes, I can walk to the beach. But I can drive there or take my bike there, and I'll be there in 5 minutes. Well, here in Bermuda, you have no choice. You're close to every beach anyway. Even like the person, even anybody who lives in Bermuda, you may not be able to walk to the beach that quickly, but you can get in your car anywhere in Bermuda and go to any beach. We're surrounded by water. So here it's like it's a normal thing to be next to the beach. When you leave your home and you drive on the road, you're driving cross beaches the whole time. You see water every day. It's inevitable. You can't get away from it. There's no way in hell you're gonna drive or ride or go anywhere in Bermuda without seeing the ocean. Because like we're living on an island, so we're surrounded by it. So you're gonna see the water every single day. So it's normal for me to see the water every day. Yeah, Bermuda's an island. It's a small island off the coast of the Carolinas in United States. It takes an hour and a half from here to New York on a plane. A lot of they've started to have like cruise ships that leave here and go to Florida or go wherever. There's like 4 cruise ships here right now. It's like 2 up the east end and 2 at the west end. And there's some in the middle there in Hamilton Harbor. Like there might be one there or a sailboat or something like that. But they come here, cruise ships come here like every single day from May to October. They're here like every week, every day, delivering tourists here to boost our economy. But my sister said she went to Vegas for work and she says it was one of the most expensive places she's been to. She said she paid $7.50 for a bottle of water. And I said, fuck that. For $7.50 you can get a half a case of water. But she said that Vegas was beautiful. She loved it. She went all over the place. She saw that bridge or whatever, and she went to all these other cool places. She went to these like shows and stuff. But she said the worst thing was that it was more expensive than Bermuda. And I told her, I said, you haven't seen all the videos online about how Vegas is like one of the most expensive places around, and everybody's complaining. I told everybody like that shit's expensive as hell. Everywhere is expensive. There's certain places that are cheaper than others, but you have to like make the effort to shop around and to check and to like some people are lazy. They don't want to go nowhere else. Hold on a second. My nephew is calling me. It's pain in the ass. All right, that was my pain in the ass nephew. I have to take him to I have to take him to the city in about another 20 minutes or so. Slay. Condos are 90K. That sounds like here. Here's the same thing. Yeah. Here in Cali, you need at least pay 2 to 4K rent to live by the beach. Yeah. Same thing here. You got to pay a lot of money rent, and it's expensive as hell. My sister said that she couldn't believe the prices of the restaurants and the food. She says it was ridiculous. Yeah, Bermuda, you can't get a house in Bermuda for nothing less than over 1.5 million. If you got $1 million, that shit's gone. That the house is a house, you have to pay at least $1 million or more. There's nothing less than 1 million that you're gonna get that's a decent house. It's impossible. Yeah. The neighborhood that I live in, every single house here is between 1.5 and $2 million. You can get nothing less than that. At the bottom of the hill, right? There's like three smaller houses, the smallest houses on the lot. And those houses were like $1.4 million each. And then when you start coming up this hill, that's where all the bigger houses are, where I live. The house next to me right here, it got valuated at 2.4 million. And the house across me here is the oldest one. That's about maybe 1.5 because it's older. And it's got like a wine cellar underneath it, but it's a shitty ass driveway. So if he were to sell that house, he wouldn't get $2 million for it. He'd probably get like 1.7 or something, 1.5. And the biggest house here is the house next to me, is the two biggest houses here. Those houses are huge. We live in a big house. This is a big house I live in. I live in the apartment, but this house is huge too. But next door, it's like a big ass house, a big ass pool, an apartment, 2 stories. And next door, there's another house that's 3 bedrooms. And then downstairs, there's another 3 bedrooms and 2 apartments. And he said he got his house valued at 2.5 or whatever it was. And he doesn't even have a pool. And his house is worth over 2 million. In this neighborhood, there's only 3 houses with a pool. The pool here and the pool at the bottom of the hill are the smallest. But my neighbor over here, he's got the biggest pool. That shit's nice. Like where he has his pool, you can actually build a condominium there. That's how big it is. And he got that house for cheap because it got repoed. And he ended up paying, I think he told me he paid 1.2 million for that house, but he spent at least, I don't know, I would say he spent at least 400 grand fixing that pool and fixing that house. So it's worth way over $2 million right now because he fixed it all up. And he would get it too because he fixed the pool. That pool hasn't worked since we lived here. The old owners just let it go to shit. Because he's a friend of mine, and I'm so glad he bought that house. And ever since he's been here, the neighborhood's been so nice. We haven't had no problems or anything. But the old neighbors, they were fucking assholes. And they let that house go to shit. I just don't understand. I told the guy who bought that house, I said, I can't believe this fool, right? Bought this house. I mean, like they bought that house years ago, 30-something years ago, they bought that house. You have 3 sons. And you mean to tell me that you got 3 sons and the mother and father couldn't hold down that payments of that house? I was so fucking mad. Sophie, yeah. I just got a donation, yes. For Sophie, yes. Thanks. I'm gonna do your question and then I gotta go take my nephew in a few minutes. He isn't here yet, but he's coming. Oh man, that coffee's so good. Now that I have to go to the city, good. I'm gonna go get some lunch. Yeah, exactly, Tanya. That price is for a busted one, nothing serious. If that all right. All right, Sophie wants to know, is this mechanic gonna come see You know, Sophie, I'm getting that this person is not gonna like come see the car or fix it. That's what I'm getting. It's like this person has something. I'm not getting like positive cards. I'm getting like the person is busy and they're probably not gonna come today. And if they do come, like they're gonna look at it and be like, it's gonna cost this much, and then you might be like, oh hell no. Hey Claudia, good morning. How you doing? Like I'm not getting anything positive right now. Like he'll be able to fix it. That's not the problem. Like he's able. This mechanic guy will fix the car if he had if he's capable of fixing it. Right? That's not a problem. I get total yes on that. So will he be able to fix it? Yes. So that's the answer I get the most positive out of all the questions there is will he be able to fix it? Yes. It'll be expensive to fix it as well. I'm getting it's going to be expensive. I'm still getting he's not coming today unless something changes. Is he gonna come tomorrow? Do you see this guy? I'm not getting him coming there. I don't know why. I asked Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and it says no. So I don't know. Like this person looks like they're not willing to show up. And if he's supposed to be here yesterday but couldn't, then I think he might be keep giving you the runaround. It's telling me you can look for a better one if you want. It's saying yes. But yeah. You're good, Claudia? You're having your cafe? I'm having mine too. I'm almost finished. I got like a little bit left. I mean, that's what I got. Like I say, people can change their minds, so we'll see. But I would say give him to the end of today, and if he doesn't show up, then he should probably get somebody else. That's what I would say, especially if you need the car. You know what I mean? But fixing it shouldn't be a problem. I got yes for fixing it, but for the person coming there to fix it, that's the issue. It's saying that the person's taking their time to get there and is going to take their time to get there, but they are capable of fixing it. So they're a good mechanic if they can fix it. That was my first real job was a car mechanic when I was 18, 19. I used to do car mechanics. I was a mechanic apprentice at 18, 19. That was my first job. when I dropped out of school, I loved mechanics and fixing bikes and cars and things like that. I was always like into that stuff. And I started pumping gas at this gas station. There was a garage next, next to the gas station. And I told the guy, I said, look, I left school. I'm looking to make more money. Can I be your apprentice? And he was like, yeah, sure. So he was like, yeah, I'll take you on. I'll teach you and stuff. I'm like, okay, cool. So I learned how to like fix flat tires, and then I learned how to do mechanics and learned how to do jobs. He showed me everything how to fix things, and it was a blessing. I couldn't believe it. Like, I became like a mechanic in a couple years. Within 2 years, I learned everything like that I could about a car. And the guy who taught me, he was very good. He was a master mechanic. He had all the tools in the world. I bought some tools, and then I still have some of my mechanic tools at my mom's house in the garage. And yeah, I became a mechanic real quick, and then it actually benefited me for the army. So when I went into the army at 19, my second year at the army when I was 20, they said because you know car mechanics, you can be in the car mechanic department uh, in the army. And my boss wrote a referral letter saying that I was his apprentice and I knew what I was doing. And then they said, okay, oh yeah, we know this guy. He's certified, blah blah blah. So that got me out of a lot of bullshit in the army. Trust me. I rather do car mechanics in the army and be in the military transport department than be out there with guns and bullshit and things I don't like to do out in the field in the fucking bushes and all that. I got away from that my last 2 years of army, so that was good. So yeah, I worked on the cars and the trucks there. I learned a lot from the army mechanic guy too. The hell was his name now? I can't remember his damn name. He was a sergeant major, but I can't remember his last name. The hell was his name now? Anyway, I can't remember his name now. But anyway, he was a cool guy. He was very quiet, and he never like shouted at me or anything like that. He kept it cool. He liked to teach me and stuff. He was very quiet, dude. I made him laugh a few times and saw that he actually had teeth because he would like be like. And then one time I made him laugh and he was like, I'll never forget that. He was never laughing and he would never show his teeth when he laughed. He was cool though. He was a nice. I can't remember his damn name now. Shit. I'm totally like lost in his name now. I used to always call his name or whatever, but I can't remember it now. I have to ask my friend what the hell his name is. And that was like many, many years ago. That was 30 years ago. I was in the army. But yeah, it was fun. My last 2 years was nice. I got to learn more car mechanics. I got to work on like trucks and jeeps and Land Cruisers and all sorts of shit I worked on back then. You remember taking car care in grade 12? You kind of liked it, yeah. Oh, that type of stuff is cool. I like working on bikes more than cars, and then because I knew a lot about bikes, everybody would come to my mom and dad's house to look for me. I was in the garage working on weekends, and I would like tune up people's bikes and make them fast and shit. And my mom and dad be so pissed off because I was using the garage, getting oil all over the ground, have all this noise around there. And I'm like, look, I'm making money, you know? And then they got so mad at me that I left. I got my own apartment and said, fuck you guys. My parents were so annoying back then. They still are, but they like, to me, they ruined a lot of my hopes and dreams at that age. They always was against everything I did. So I was like, yeah, I'm done. 19 years old, I was like, I'm making all this money. I can afford rent and I can afford to get out of this damn house. And I did. And it was the best decision I made because I got to live my life. So, my parents aren't bad people. It's just that, they kind of ruined my chances of doing more. But it's all good. I didn't allow that to happen. So I left. It was a good decision. As long as I'm cool with them now, which I am, it's all good. All right, guys, I got to get out of here. My nephew's going to come over here any minute and I have to take him to the city. So he can meet the love of his life. He gets so mad when I talk shit about his girlfriend and him. He's like, shut up. I told you already, stop teasing me about my girlfriend. All right, Tanya, I'll see you later. Wish you a good time on your trip. Be safe and keep us posted. Go live and show us what's going on. Show us the life that we can live. All right, I'll see you guys later. When I'll be back like maybe in an hour or so. I'm gonna go drop off my nephew, get some lunch, come back home, and then like it's 11:47 here. I'll probably be back on like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Like an hour and a half from now, I'll be back. All righty, you too, Claudia. All right, guys, take care. I'll be back later.